All right, brothers and sisters. Okay, and I'm gonna hate doing I'm gonna hate from doing it this way too, cause goodness gracious, it's a bug. Cause I just had to restart like 3 times. Gosh, yeah, I'm gonna hate doing it this way for a while. But like I said in my recent update, we'll be back. We'll be back. You know, just coming alone from the inconsistency alone, doing what we usually do. Fuck it, whatever setup we in or not. We're gonna get it done how we gonna get it done. So, all right. So, yeah, like we going into this. Uh, can't can't promise if I get triggered or not. So, going into also, even though I just try to let's before I give my thoughts here, let's go over everything before before I start rambling on, sounding like an old man. Okay, so yeah, of course, usual Borefest SmackDown. Nickelodeon, Nick at Night SmackDown. Yeah, I will say first that I just don't get why people accept this at all. Like I've been saying, I don't get why people still accept the inconsistency or just the lack the lack of giving a fuck, just as a whole. Like you clearly see that they don't give a fuck, but it's just like people still. Yeah, I get the kids because they don't understand yet, but it's just like, yeah, how you going to be an adult and love wrestling and still take the shit from WWE that y'all they've been giving y'all, cause, in and out, night in and night out, day to day basis. I don't get that. So we start off with the opener in the SmackDown. Yeah, I'm not gonna just saying too. I'm not gonna waste too much time, of course, on that. I don't want to give y'all, waste y'all time too, including mine. I don't think we need to do that to both ourselves. Getting into it, yeah, we just Charlotte showing us, started off the show, but in Charlotte showing, showing us the whole she is backstage. Yeah, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't just imagine, working, working with her, being her one of her coworkers and working with her, and on a night in and out basis. I can only imagine what the other women wrestlers had to go through. Goodness gracious. But she starts off the show basically laughing at the fact that the drama that she's recently in. See, it's like just off that, she don't give a fuck, and and not elevating the unprofessionalism, the ignorance that she's been oozing out around her, and it's just like, yeah, just like I said, it's not a part when I made the video on her. And I could have made more, but I just don't, because it's still like, I could have made more, but I'll put it in this way. When it gets to a point where it's just like, when it's like too personal, then that's where, because even though that's, they put themselves in the limelight, that doesn't give us the okay to still just berate them, in whatever content we make. So I just leave that where it is to be. But yeah, she just laughing at the fact of the controversy and the controversy around her and the ignorance that she's been displaying, whether it involves her, her coworkers or just as a whole. So, and then she was stopped out by Sasha. Basically, I like that. Whether it's a shoot work, or, promo or not. Yeah, I still because they obviously set in probably the the renewed rivalry between Charlotte and Sasha. So yeah, I can't wait for that. What's going on there? I guess back into the rivalry between Charlotte Flair versus Sasha, which I'm sure will be entertaining. So yeah, yeah, I can waste time on that. And that basically, I guess, so. Yeah, of course. So Sasha, because I once again going back to that, I know she does whatever her best to to elevate the more of the women, doing her best to elevate and put the much more spotlight needed on the women like who've been craving and just to build new stars in the women's division as a whole. So that's another trait I adore about Sasha. Yeah, she just giving her which probably why she doesn't care about the whole loss record with her being at WrestleMania. She just cares about excelling and giving newer heights to the women's division. I just That's just what I'm so proud of her when it comes to her. So yeah, that's a blessing all in itself. And so yeah, obviously, and that whole part too with Shotzi and Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair. I guess because they obviously building because I heard it before also before this came official with Shotzi going heel and everything like that. So yeah, I don't know. Well, of course, I don't know if it's going to be a push or not. We had like us having the match between Charlotte Flair and Shotzi. It could be a push or not. So, well, it looked just like the day of the meal, or just another fish to feed to Charlotte. So, because I heard they've been planning, Shotzi to go heel. So, but yeah, we had going into the match, Charlotte Flair versus Shotzi. We have arm wasteland takedown. So we start off with an arm. Oh damn, sorry, but yeah, we have an arm wasteland takedown. It's technical grappling. Then we have a double kick. Then Charlotte do a double kick at her, and then we had a Hurricane Rana by Shotzi. Damn, I really don't like doing this. I really don't have go like just oh my gosh, going back to this. Gosh, but we'll make it work how we'll wait. Make it work how we'll make it work. So then you had, like I said, you had the Hurricane Rana by Shotzi counter. Then there was a counter by Charlotte. Then we had it was basically in the air. It was like a no, it was like a step up. It was an enziguri, but by Shotzi. And then leading to a kick out by Charlotte. But yeah, after the enziguri, it was a 1-2 kick out by Charlotte. Then it was a then they had Charlotte flew out the ring. I guess she had Shotzi did a kick to her, and then it was a right hand hook by Charlotte, and then Shotzi did a missile dive, and then there was another counter by Shotzi leading to a kick knocking out Charlotte. Then it was a back and forth. They kept kicking each other out, basically going back to the kin. I don't understand why that also there. It's just that's getting really repetitive. I don't know. That's another just another concept that they still have, just like the roll up or DQ fuck finishes, where they just keep having back and forth kickouts. Like, oh my gosh, infuriatingly cringy. So I don't understand why they still do that shit. Yeah, they need to take that out. Really ridiculous. Then you had a moonsault leading to a belly to belly. Oh, Charlotte had missed. She tried to go for a, because she know how. Yeah, she tried to go for a moonsault, and then she just did a belly to belly moonsault by Charlotte, and then after that, that's basically the win there. Didn't even last. Well, even I heard it was like 30 minutes. Well, it seemed like it seemed like 5 to 7 minutes to me. So, well, they said it was like 30 minutes. So I guess that's a. Cause I guess they got people. I don't know if it's because of Charlotte, or just Charlotte being there, or because they got tired of people. They got tired of the WWE universe, or just like just the fiend in the wrestling community galore all over. They just got tired of because the lack of effort. They're not caring about going into the women's matches. The women's division. So that was 30 minutes from what I hear. So it didn't seem like 30 minutes to me, but. And then we had the heel turn, because basically Sasha got in the way. So yeah, Shotzi turned heel, and that was it. Basically. So yeah, I guess for wherever that was, it was yeah, I guess it was okay. Nothing special, but they still the matches. Yeah, it was just the usual, just like them. No effort was shown at all here. Yeah, it was just the usual. Matches didn't even pass. Past 10 minutes. So yeah, it's just more of the same, obviously. And I heard Roman wasn't there tonight, so well, I don't know if it's because of he probably just had the night off, so yeah. So yeah, it really is. Without Roman, you have you have a SmackDown that's looking exactly like Raw. So yeah, you have a snorefest SmackDown that's looking exactly like Raw. So damn, yeah, SmackDown is just truly a chore trying to claw through when Roman is not there. Damn. As we got that again. This like the second time, so yeah, that he's not there, that he wasn't there, so he wasn't on TV. So damn. And then when there was an interview with Jeff Hardy, that was obviously interrupted by Corbin. Being Corbin and him, displaying his douchebaggery as he usually can. Oh, and then we have the Adam Pearce. Basically, he was on satellite. He was saying that he was that they're fining Brock now $1 million. And it's like, whenever they decide to write, that's another storyline rehashed. Or I just say, that's another rehash concept that they keep doing. Whenever, like, they're about when Brock they're about to remove, when Brock is about, obviously for some business elsewhere. They keep using the same old concept, whether it's where he he's attacking security or like officials, just like or general managers. They use that same old concept, and that's been since 2012 when he first did it to Triple H, or from what I've seen, or what they've been doing it since like 2012. It's like they can't come up with anything new. Good gosh, damn. It's like whenever he's about to get off, or they're about to write him off TV. That's what they use. They use the they use the tried and true concept of him, attacking, WWE staff, and it's just wow. Y'all don't have anything else to come up with, or draw up the board. Wow. And then now they have, because they had the same thing happening with Drew. They had the same thing happening with Sheamus. So now they have Drew. Now they have Drew. They have Drew giving out open challenges. That was the same thing when they was doing with Sheamus when Sheamus was United States champion, and now now that Drew's doing the same thing, it's like, oh my gosh, come on now, y'all can't at least try. Oh my gosh, damn, I'm really not gonna like this. Also too, oh my gosh, especially my hand. Oh Lord, I'm not gonna enjoy this at all one bit. But yeah, they now they're having that first they was y'all remember like months ago when Sheamus was United States champion and he was giving out open challenges. Now they're doing the same thing with Drew McIntyre. Yeah, now they're doing the same thing with Drew on SmackDown when he went against Ali tonight. It's just wow. So going into the match, we have it was Drew is really strong. Damn, he really got some strength, or so he just be able to pick up, just be able to without a shadow of a doubt, without any effort at all, it's just being able to pick up grown ass sized men and just fling them all over the ring. Yeah, he got strength. But we start off with an overhead slam by Drew, and then it was a neck breaker by Drew, and then after launching Ali into the air, and then it was after he done a couple of back and forths, they kept that was like it was over like that. Damn, it was really over like that because he put Ali in a Kimura lock by Drew, and then he gave him. Yeah, it was over like that. Once Drew put Ali in the Kimura lock, immediate. So like I say, even with the men's matches, the timing with the men's matches, they're not even. It's like that's not, now you see that they're really not trying at all to just give us matches that's worth meaningful of our time. It's just like they're not even trying right there. There's no care into going into the consistency with the timing of the matches. Even the matches times are short as fuck, so doesn't make any sense at all. And they have a 2-hour show, but they can't at least give us something that could keep us in the seat. And then, he just basically Ali doing what he cut a promo on the WWE Universe, basically, I guess. Yeah, basically, getting upset after that, so I guess. And that was that. After the match, he cut a promo on the WWE Universe, and that was it over there. Then we get more of the, King Woods. Yeah, basically, King Woods making he made Kofi, the King's hand. And then Kofi starts giggling and dancing around after that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this? right here. Oh my gosh. And then that's when obviously they're probably reigniting. Most likely, they're the igniting of the rivalry between the New Day and the Bloodline. Usos. Basically every other damn week. So, oh my gosh. New era. This is supposed to be a new era. New era of the same old shit. People got somebody got it caught some eyes when I said Drew was basically open. He was doing the same thing that Sheamus was doing months ago. With the open challenge, giving out open challenges to whoever would start a match with him. Yeah, somebody would start somebody with the infant toddler tears, started crying to my post and everything like that. So it's like, so you're like, yeah, well, it's just baffled. It's just like really it really sends giggles at me where people just will accept nonetheless, just for bullshit just to be thrown at them. The same old story, or in this case, storyline to be spoon fed to them, and it's just like they don't care. It's like ridiculous. But I'm probably starting to waste too much time on it. But yeah, after that we had got more of the coronation of King Woods, and that was I think that was it. Oh yeah, but then we have that's when the New Day came out. Basically because I think they restarting that rivalry again, since now New Day is on SmackDown with the Usos. Goodness gracious, just nothing new and fresh. And it's like people, like I said, they don't care and they'll still accept it. Besides speak on and call out for what the lack of effort that they that WWE's giving us. But I guess the same microwaved meal is okay for them. So then we get again or this is this yeah we get again Nakamura and Bugs versus Happy Corbin and Madcap. Yeah, Nakamura and Bugs versus Happy Corbin and Madcap, a trick or treat match. And I don't know if I don't know if it was probably they've been doing this. They would have holiday oriented matches for for as long as they've been alive, WWE. So, but like I said, I don't know because I know AEW had it. They had basically like a Halloween oriented match before, but they was having a trick or treat match tonight. So I don't know if if that was a small shot or basically said we can do it too. WWE to AEW, but yeah, they both had trick or treat matches tonight. So, it's whatever there. So, oh my god, I don't even know what the fuck this was. You had them throwing candy at each other, fall into all into the candy and throwing candy, fighting and punching and kicking and throwing candy at each other. Then you had them like what, pumpkins too, like throwing pumpkins like water balloons. I don't know what the fuck was happening there. Oh god, Lord help me out of this. But so then we had more of the 24/7. They still fucking have this. Can't believe that this is like, but of course for entertainment. Vince loves doing this shit, shit like this. So of course we're still gonna get more of a 24/7 gouged and taped over to our mouths. So why would I doubt it? And then we have more of again Naomi versus I don't get to deal with this. I don't know because it's protruding. I don't know if it's probably because they're just to kill time. Like I don't get to deal with this Naomi, like basically her against Sonya, like this rivalry between Naomi and Sonya. It's not elevating anything. It's not leading to anything meaningful. Or just like something we can enjoy. I don't get to deal with this, Naomi versus Sonya. So I don't really get it, with them really going here with this. They've been doing this for weeks now, so. Well, she was the special guest referee versus her and Shayna, so, and that was a joke. Of course, didn't even go past a minute. And then main event, the laziest, same as main event. Of course, we get, with New Day versus the Bloodline. It's like, yeah, it's basically like filler. Like this episode felt like a filler. Like we already watched this shit before. Like I said, they obviously don't give a fuck, so why should I? Spoon feeding us the same shit week after week. So, but people accept it. Casual fiends accept it. So, why change it? Sorry if y'all hear it. So I had to basically write everything down too. That's gonna be a chore also. Oh my gosh. Damn. So now going into Rampage. Oh yeah, it was just like the last week. It was a great episode. Rampage is starting to get better. I can't wait for January too. It's probably about to even 10 times more than that start to pick up. So yeah, as usual too. Rampage was a great episode tonight too. So we had a great opener. I'll be more lively too, cause I just don't like doing this fucking. Oh my gosh, we're just talking into using my phone to talk to. So, oh yeah, but I'll still be more lively. I'm still coming off being up in arms. Not being my not being myself. So, but Rampage, we have Daniel Bryan versus Eddie Kingston. Yeah, it was a great match too. For what that was, yeah, it was definitely a great match. Yeah, I like that. I couldn't wait. I'm kind of starting to get into well, I probably still need more time, but I'm starting to get into another one that also I'm starting to get into. Another wrestler, Eddie Kingston. So, yeah. He's obviously shown that I can get into. So, yeah, they start off, back and forth. And then as Brian is sent to the corner, he does, Kingston does chops to him into the corner. Then we get a headbutt by Eddie Kingston. As Brian's asking for more, he just striking off the headbutts. And then we get a off the top rope. We get a brutal lariat by Kingston off the top rope. As Brian shatters to the mat. Then they was going back and forth with you had Kingston doing chops, and then you had Brian doing kicks, and Brian doing his usual yes kicks and everything like that. I hope he could start to change up his move arsenal or everything like that. Start to dig into something much more with what we haven't seen before. Cause that is starting to look, a bit repetitive too. He just I like it. I just like it, but seeing the same moves over and over is can get kind of like you start to look at the clock. So yeah, see, after that, then Kingston he tried as Brian he tried to get him into a yes lock. Kingston counters when a dropping DDT on Brian, and then Kingston flipped off Brian as he was going down, falling basically as Brian was doing a triangle lock, and then he was flipping him off. And he was doing it, and then yeah, he's basically showing the middle finger because he already knew he was about to go in. He was about to falling out, knocking out to the triangle lock, what they called it. Yeah, so obviously upset. Kingston after coming from the match. As Tony, probably his name. I don't know his last name. Basically, Tony was given an interview about CM Punk. He's like, I can do whatever I want. He's like, I can do whatever I want. Basically, I guess they're teasing another rivalry now between. Oh, I can't wait to see that also. Cause I'm not just now starting to like Eddie Kingston, and then I already know CM Punk, my boy. So basically, they're teasing a battle off, or basically they're teasing now the rivalry with the next match for CM Punk against Eddie Kingston now versus CM Punk. So now they're teasing that battle. So I can't wait for that. Give us it. So, and he was going back and forth with CM Punk. I just saw you out there. You want to go to sleep again? It's absolutely funny business right there. I like that. Yeah, I like that spitting fat batter. Spitting back and forth. So that was great. We had another great match also by Dante Martin versus Matt Sindel. Yeah, another great match. With the usual high fly. High flying. As you usually want to call it. So yeah, great match here also. So they start off with a test of strength. Then we had a slide takedown by Dante. Yeah, a side takedown by Dante, and then you had Dante. Dante sent Matt into into the turnbuckle, and then there was a springboard dive kick by Dante. And then leading to Matt, that led Matt out the ring. As Dante went for another dive. Oh yeah, it was a great match also. A lot of good spots here all throughout the match. And then there was a launching knee strike by Matt. Then it was a step up air kick. It was like in the air too. He did a kick. Well, it was basically like an enziguri. And then it was a roundhouse kick. Leads to a Russian leg sweep and a springboard moonsault by Dante. As that was basically it. He did a springboard moonsault, and then Dante picks up the win. Like I said, that was a great match. Great match. Probably 2-star, 3-star worthy. It was a great match. I'll say something else, but I'll say it after I do all this. And then it basically has this whoever this was, this Annabelle, or basically the shattered broken up doll from a Toy Story. That she looked like to me. It was the trick or treat, the main event match. Trick or treat match between Britt Baker versus Abaddon. I heard also, or I don't know if they brought her Well, I'll say it after. So yeah, a lot of fooling around before. She obviously I guess was scared of Abaddon before they start the match off, and it was like before we got off the commercial, there was a chair because I didn't see the other parts, so but we was on commercial, but then you had a chair to Baker. She put a chair. She set up a chair to Baker, and then she basically launched herself onto Baker with the chair. Then there was a swinging net breaker. Oh yeah, she really tried to break that table. That was a horrible spot. Probably the worst spot they did of the night, or whatever. So she really wanted to break the table. First the Abaddon tried to do a swinging net breaker, and then she tried to drop her on the table, and then she tried to do a suplex on the table. The table just wouldn't break. So that's obviously a botch. Well, no, I don't know, not really, but yeah, it looks like a botch or wherever. So, and then you had that's another thing. Also, I want to talk like these wrestlers don't have. It's just again more of the same. It's more like the super kick too. But she did like a rock bottom. She brought out the thumbtacks too, and basically they were talking about Britt Baker going having a flashback of what happened between her and Thunder Rosa with the thumbtacks, and it's like it's like these wrestlers nowadays don't have their own moves. Oh, sorry if I heard that. I burped. But yeah, it's like these wrestlers don't have their own moveset. But barely damn near don't have their own moveset. Well, unlike Seth, or if you're Seth, Daniel Bryan. It's like when it comes to the ring, it's like they rehash moves from what of what we seen past wrestlers have done. So it's like when it comes to obviously there's like the rehash move, a super kick, or whether it's you see it all the time basically now, the super kick. Like it's just too used. Like obviously Shawn Michaels made that popular. I mean, I guess it was already a used move, but Shawn basically made that popular. So now it's like everybody wants to do a super kick. And it's like y'all really can't come up with your own moveset. Go to the drawing board and just come up with a moveset that's unique and your own. Goodness gracious. like these wrestlers now, it's just like people just, it's like the same thing with just like another thing that that irks off at me. Like where I really notice, like it's just these wrestlers, they can't come up with their own moveset. So it's really ridiculous. And that was basically it. They kept going back and forth. Whether it was strikes or kicks, and I don't know. Basically, I guess if you can even call that a main event, basically a gimmick match or wherever. But obviously the worst match. Well, just by like the card standards, match card standards. Obviously the worst match of the night because I don't know if they brought her out. Whoever Abaddon. I don't know if they brought her out just because it's Halloween, because that's what I heard basically. So she was signed by them in 2020. I kind of did a little bit of research on her. So yeah, she was signed by them in 2020. So I don't know. I haven't seen her on TV since. Or y'all can let me know. So because it's other ones that wrestlers that have been on TV besides her. So I don't know. It's basically the first time I've seen her on TV. So, I heard they was just using her for this match because it was Halloween. So that could be why, or because I guess they can't really find anything, or she's probably not that gravitating to the crowd, or so she has a character, or she really has a character that gravitates to the crowd, or she just like still practicing. So, yeah. But yeah, that was that match was basically a dud. So I thought it was gonna be a good match, but it was still a great episode nonetheless. Better than more watchable than SmackDown. So obviously, full wrestling, what we actually want. So yeah, Like I said, also I don't know why people still accept. And it's like when you just try to voice your thoughts, or just flat out an opinion. It's like you're crucified for it. It's like you can't do it at all. So I don't know if y'all want to accept the same, basically Vince shitting in your face, 24/7, and I guess that's y'all cup of tea. Have at it. But I'm gonna talk when I'm gonna talk. So it is what it is when it comes to that situation. So I promise to be in a more lively mood because the fact that I gotta do this too, and, I'm still coming off, not being myself lately. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, most definitely. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Enjoy your night. Leading into the Halloween festation. Stay blessed, y'all.